Hello, hello. How is everybody? Let's get back in it.
Ah, yes. More opportunities for
Yay!
more points.
Battle colony. Okay. Right. Our we have boosts to the speaking stats. So we should probably boost the thinking stats or the speaking stats. Whatever. Hydrate. Oh, that
I
was
mean,
you.
in theory.
What you hydrating me for?
Felt like it.
How's it going, Fido? Hold this to your head now, my darling, and you hear as you enter the garden looking for Cal. It'll help me with the swelling. It'll help with the swelling. Oh no, what did y'all do? Cal is sitting with his mother. Auntie Tara, Tira? Who kneels beside him holding an ice pack to his head. Cal's eyes are a little puffy. He rubs them and sniffs as you approach. Hello, Solana. Tira says, greeting you with a smile. Don't worry. What? Recalcitrance? Recalcitrance is just took a. Oh, is that Cal? That's his full name? Just took a tumble off something he shouldn't have been climbing.
I'm so glad he shortens it to Cal. There ain't no way
I am too.
remember that.
Mom, Cal complains, it wasn't that bad. Yeah, it sounds like something he'd do. You gonna be okay? I'm okay, Cal reassures. I just bonked my head a little. Mom always knows how to make it better, he says with a boyish smile. Even if I'm old enough to take care of myself. No, you're not. Another hydrate? You got it. This weather does have my throat dry, so I appreciate it. My brave boy, Tira says, stroking his hair. Thanks for humoring me. He looks over to you. Don't let him show off for you, Solana. Ground-based feats of bravery only, for the rest of the day. Cal whines and wrinkles his nose. Aww, this is so cute. Tira laughs and wraps him in a big, motherly hug, rocking him back and forth. Despite his protests, Cal's eyes close in happiness. He really loves his mom.
That's a good
Yay!
strength card.
Thank you, Cal. Hey, Dis, you want to go back outside? Dare you to go into a restricted area, which needs bravery of 40.
I mean, the more you
Dude.
go outside, the higher you'll get that. It's
I
fine.
know. Outside has so many stats. There's got to be some kind of consequence for it.
What? No, it's all benefit,
It's
man.
all
All
fine.
benefit.
Anyway, let's do some work on our speaking skills, and then we'll head back outside after we don't have the bonus. I want to take advantage of
fair.
those.
Yeah, while you have the buff for it.
I think that's the only thing that I can do that with.
Yeah, there was also, like, there's a place on the wall that you can kind of hang out at now, if I remember right.
That's for relaxation, though.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's another relaxation spot if you don't want to go to this one.
I mean, it's probably one you're more likely to find your
Yeah.
good buddy friend who leaves the place at.
Bravery and toughness, friendship. So this would get our bravery up. This one gets our creativity, persuasion. Our creativity and persuasion are pretty bad. But do we care?
They
Do we
are.
want to go
I
for
mean,
bravery?
you might just want to max out bravery and just keep on being the rambunctious, outside the walls tyke that you are.
Well, oh, sorry. I keep wanting to hang out with Dis. So, bravery. You and Anemone
Yep.
are watching the soldiers train. Her brother Calm. Aww. I think we've seen Calm before, but I forgot what his portrait looked like. It looks nice. I like it. Her brother Calm is in the training dojo trying out a stun glove. He leaps back slightly as electricity crackles from his fingertips, then straightens up and displays his fingers experimentally toward a target dummy. A streak of lightning arcs out of his hand, charging a light bulb above the target to show a successful hit. That's pretty cool. Anemone whistles. Ow, she says. That looks really dangerous. You agree. Dangerous and awesome. But I think it only stuns things, she continues, because it's called a stun glove. Otherwise, they'd call it a kill glove, I guess. This little bright sunshine. I love her. I want to have a stun glove too, she says, copying her brother's motion and displaying her fingers towards forward like she's casting a magic spell. But my mom, she doesn't like fighting. She doesn't want me to be a soldier. But she lets her brother do it. More combat. You sit and watch Calm light up one target after another with the stun glove. His motion's gaining confidence as he learns his new tool. Playing sports ball.
Sports ball.
That was easy.
I was gonna say, you probably have like, yeah, that's solid.
Mid dust. The light dust. New perk. Red
Ooh.
cards get +1 physical challenge. Neat. We're probably just going to do that again, and then we'll go outside during the next month.
Yeah, because I think it did mention that some of the events don't reset until you get into like the next season or something like that. Have fun with your cartoons, bye.
Chinese cartoon night. All right, go have fun. Thank you for stopping by. All right. When there's no sports ball game on, the security teams who train nearby use the field to practice long-range rifles. As you show up to sports ball practice, Calm is helping take down the net. Sorry, kiddos, he says. Rhett wants us to practice with the big guns today, and we can't have you running around the place. The bullets in these drone rifles are heat-seeking, and even though they're programmed to avoid human targets, safety first. But today's supposed to be our day to have the sports field, Cal complains. You soldiers don't even want to play sports ball. You just want to shoot your dumb, noisy guns. Anemone bounces over. Hello? They have more than just huge guns. They have cool stun gloves that are like magic lightning arcs out of your fingertips. It's super galactic. Cal shakes his head. That's not the point. You're making me choose between my two little bright sunshines. Let's stand up to the soldiers. Rebellion! Standing up for something. Aw. You rip the net out of Calm's hand and start putting it back up. Anemone looks nervous. Here comes Security Chief Rhett. He looks scary, angry, Solana. Don't back down! You stand your ground.
Gotta.
You stand your ground when the security chief tries to intimidate you with his loud voice and his big chest. Today was your day to use the field. Rhett sees the fire in your eyes, and after a minute, he laughs and gives in. You're a tough one, huh, Solana? He says, a twinkle in his eye. Okay, you're right. Today was your day to use the sports field. Calm, we'll have to train with something else today. Huh? It wasn't so hard.
It's called a schedule, guys. Stick to it.
Oh. Here. Ta-da! Bravery's climbing up. Won't be long before we can dare Dis to do something else. That's our whole relationship with that kid.
Oh, we hit the first little milestone on that, I think. Or, well, it's close. I'm honestly not sure.
Yeah, we did.
Nice.
Draw an extra card at the start of the challenge. Ooh. That's cool. All right.
That is very nice.
This kudos doubled for 3 months, so I think it technically counts this one. It's still there. I want to go outside. You've seen Dis use the strain pipe behind the garrison to sneak through the walls. There's a metal gate that comes off, so you can crawl through. You want to go out there? Sneak out. Might be dangerous to explore in this month, but... looks like none of the other activities reset. It just saves how far you got. So I wonder if that sheep is still here.
Maybe.
Yeah, it is!
Excellent. You can help it now.
Figure out what's wrong with her. You take a closer look at the float cow. You've heard they float using a certain ratio of liquid to gas in their membrane bladders, so after some consideration, you figure out that the bladder on her back must be too full of liquid.
You still don't have enough to milk it.
Yeah, I think I need to milk it. I don't want to pop it. We need to get animals up, guys. We're only at 14.
Leave it for now.
That sound.
No, it's fine. I'm sure there's nothing out here trying to murder you.
At the top of the rise off to the east, you spot someone watching. They're dressed in black. Is that Dis? But they look away. Too tall to be Dis. Maybe another surveyor? You blink and the figure's gone. Hike over there and look for clues. Yeah. You bushwhack down into a valley and and up the other path to where you thought you saw them standing. No signs of a camp or anything, obvious like a drop pack, or anything obvious like a drop pack. No note saying, "I'm watching you," signed Mysterious Figure. Spooky.
Oh, it has a gem on it. Cool.
Nice. Time passes. We have more stress. But we can keep exploring! Another critter.
Yes, more critters.
You hear screams from over the next bluff. Human screams. Oh dear. That's not good.
Usually ain't, but I'm sure you go by.
You crest the bluff to see Tammy's father, Chief Surveyor Tonin. He's being attacked by something you've never seen before. A four-legged creature with a huge mane of flowers. A mean reptilian face, two wicked claws. But is this a manticore? You've heard of fierce creatures like this outside the walls, but you never expected to ever see one up close. What's one doing this close to the colony? Uncle Tonin is pinned under one of the creature's pointed legs. He's struggling to get free, but the manticore keeps dancing around like it's playing with its food. You can hear it from here, growling and clicking its mandibles. But you snuck out. If you try to help, he's gonna know you snuck out. Oh my god. And your parents are gonna be so mad if they find out you're here. Panic rises in your chest. How could you even help him? It's huge. It's a huge, deadly monster.
Well, you're obviously not just leaving him to die, because that isn't you.
Yeah, we're gonna get help, because I don't think the child can handle a manticore. You turn to flee, beating your way through the undergrowth. It might still get him killed, but I'm gonna at least... I don't think a child would be able to help with that kind of creature. Even if my stats are pretty decent.
Yep.
By the time you return with Assistant Surveyor, some others, Uncle Tonin is gasping his last breath, and the nowhere is... Oh, it's too late. No! I wanted to help. We're probably gonna have to go back in the walls now. The would-be rescuers fan out, scanning the tree line for signs of the manticore, might be on its way back to finish what it started. You run over to Uncle Tonin and fall to your knees at his side. He's hopelessly wounded, and you apply pressure, but there's nothing left to apply to. It's astoundingly horrible to see and to smell, searing into your memory forever like a flash grenade and leaving you lightheaded. No!
Oh, so you could potentially not even find this and he'd die like that? Oh, that's rough.
He reaches clumsily towards you, his eyes glassy and unfocused. Amy, he gurgles. Aww.
That's rough, buddy.
That's really dark. First run, didn't even see that event. He just died 1 month. Oh my god. So I just happened to be out here when this happened?
I guess it's literally you have to come out here and go through enough of the wilds to trigger it, and then you probably have to try and distract it to save him. Oh, man.
I genuinely don't know which of these. I don't know which of these I would do personally.
I mean, it's a tough decision.
This is so sad. So, surely there's a way to save him, though. The only saving grace is if there's something after this life, they'll be together again. Tammy, Tammy, he keeps croaking, mouthing the words when his voice gives out. Eventually, after a great gasping silence, his expression of pain and fear gives way to one of deep, eternal peace, following his daughter into the great unknown. The other adults come and guide you away from his body, bundling you into an expedition's vehicle. No one questions why you were out here, they're just glad you're still alive. Aww. Uncle Tonin and the Manticore. Even if Uncle Tonin is dead. No! You're back! Friendship with Dis for going outside and being traumatized. So it doesn't even really stop me from going outside, does it?
No, it doesn't, but, like, it's... man, that's rough. Plus, you're already halfway along the stress meter, so it's, like, since you can go through, like, your entire stress meter by going outside, it's best to do it when it's near full. In the meantime, you can still get other stuff.
Just some defense training.
More combat. And
if you distract the Manticore, he can survive. Dang, I should have. Rhett organizes a physical fitness challenge, complete with nano-printed patches you can put on your jacket for getting gold, silver, or red rank. He tests your run speed, grip strength, and the number of sit-ups, push-ups, and pull-ups you can do. You do okay. Solidly middle of the road. Rhett isn't enthused by your performance, but he's not disappointed either. Dang it, I should have distracted it. Goodness! Everything's so up! Oh, that just becomes 2 by default. Baby. Super goal. Still only 1 star, though. Midwit. To the late wit. See if anyone has to say, hey, Dis, are you traumatized too, bud? You slip through the colony gates, feeling the breeze from the mushroom forest ruffle your hair. You look around for Dis, but he's nowhere to be seen. Maybe he went to class today. Probably not. As you're about to return to the colony, you hear what sounds like crying coming from one of the expedition vehicles. You pull back a tarp and see it's being blanketed with... Pull back the tarp that keeps it from being blanketed with fungal spores. You find Dis curled up in the cabin. He wipes his eyes and turns away. Go away, he mutters. You okay? I'm fine, Dis sniffles. Just leave me alone. You want to talk about it? Why don't you go ask my sister, he mumbles. Tang is so mature, she knows everything. I'm just a sensitive little crybaby who doesn't know anything. Dis wraps his arms around his legs and hides his face in his knee. I hate her, he mutters. Everyone thinks she's so smart, but she's just a big meanie. I hate everyone here. I hate being here. I just want to be left alone. He rubs his nose on his sleeve. Except for you, I guess. Sometimes it feels like you're the only person who's ever tried to be my friend. Aww. Poor Dis.
Don't worry, Dis. You a buddy.
Alright, Tang. The hell? Tang furrows her brows at you as you approach. You again, she says. Why do you keep pestering me? It's not as though you've done anything to impress upon me your usefulness. At your blank look, Tang rolls her eyes. What I mean is we're not friends. Alright. Alright. Be like that. Thought we could talk to her about how Dis is feeling, but I guess not.
No, she's the sophisticated study type person. So if you don't have those stats, she doesn't care for you.
Well, I am clearly not. Knowledge is dump stat, apparently, for me. I forgot there was a notice board. What is this? Oh yeah, I forgot. We did get this during the last stream where we can go and buy stuff with kudos.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool. Animals. Do I have to use it? Oh, you swap it out. Cool. That's just +1 to all challenges, I assume? All flushes. Huh. Believe it. Let's see. We're up to 75 stress. We'll wait until the new year to go back outside. Plus, I think during the glow, won't we have to... We could probably rest during the glow. My combat's pretty low, too.
Yeah. I mean, it's still not as low as it could be, but...
Part of self-defense is training your body so that it can be ready for any situation. The security chief has you running laps, jumping through tires, climbing walls, and sprinting back and forth. He has this inverted anti-gravity pad that makes your limbs feel super heavy. When you do jumping jacks on it and then do them again on normal gravity, it feels like you could jump straight back up through the wormhole. It's exhausting, but not that different from sports ball training. Working those muscles. This is great. It feels good that Rhett actually challenges your body and encourages you to achieve peak condition. More toughness. Okay, that one is locked. Why the mysterious stranger locked in? Weird. Dang, my cards have gotten actually kind of, like, beefy.
Yeah, you've been getting a lot of high tier ones. It's pretty nice.
Okay.
Nice. 4 combat and 2 animals.
And now it's the glow. I love this map. Everyone stays inside, but I really like this map.
So glowy.
Though the music is very ominous. You need a break soon? That's what we're doing. We're gonna have a break. We could do the break on the wall. That seems dangerous during the glow, but...
It's fine, probably.
After the first attack on the colony, they added a lookout towers to the walls. Now you have a place to hang out if you don't feel like working. And because it's all the way up here, no adults are going to come and ask you to run any errands for them. On rainy days, you take shelter under the pavilions and listen to the pitter-patter of worn raindrops on the grass and roof. On the grass roof. You can do whatever you want. This is the life. Ooh. Perfect place to slack off. Nice to help keep watch. Good place to study. Yeah! Give me more stats while I'm chilling. Sometimes you offer to fill in on lookout duty so someone can go grab a meal. Maybe someday you'll be allowed to work full shifts as lookout for yourself. But you find out it's not as relaxing as you think. Oh, hey, Solana. Dis pops his head up a nearby ladder and looks surprised to see someone else here. Do you mind if I sit here too? Heck yeah, come sit beside me. That's so mean. The two of you dangle your feet off the side and watch the valley below. This shuffles a little uncomfortably and doesn't say much. You wonder if this is his private spot to be alone before you discovered it. This has lots of private spots.
Quite.
Little spots where he likes to be by himself. Both of these are really nice, so I'm keeping both of them. Yep. It's been a quiet glow, but the grim, surreal darkness of the season reminds you of the last year's violence. As the month wears on, you overhear arguments at dinner, adults worrying that the attack is still coming, and that others who think the first one was a fluke. Surveyors mention seeing new tracks in the forest, but are shushed so people don't panic. The gates are closed. You drill emergency procedures filing soundlessly from the classroom to the creche to hide under tables, waiting for the sirens to call the all clear. You drill and prepare and worry, but nothing happens. Then, just as the glow has started to wane, the toxic purple spill of the wormhole's fading, and the sun almost rise past the horizon again, the sirens start. You're reading a hollow novel in bed when you hear them, followed by the stomp of boots down the hallway outside your quarters. An alert flashes on your polopalm. Oh, more stress. Shelter in the creche. Not a drill. You get another message from your dad. Me and Mom are going to stay in the greenhouse. We're safe. Just follow Auntie Anne in the creche and wait for us, okay? Don't worry. We're way more prepared than we were last year. Love you. Stay safe.
I love that they're sending that message because they know you're gonna do something.
Unchangeable.
I guess that means that it's a 2 and it's an unchangeable card, so it can't be modified by anything.
Rebellion, of course. You sneak out of the living quarters and head towards the gate. You're immediately spotted by Security Chief Rhett, who stops what he's doing and yells at you to yell at you and gesture angrily. The hell are you doing out here? There's no place for kids. Get your ass back inside.
Let's go.
Combat challenge.
I mean, you know how many red cards you have? This is gonna be easy.
I know, it's technically true. Are we fighting Chief Rhett, or are we doing something else?
I'd hope something else.
Oh wait, that one changes its name. Is this... Yeah, this is gonna be a 3-round thing.
Yeah, so just... Yeah, you're already getting a good chunk of points just from the first hand, gosh. Oh, nice, Eagle Eyes. Yeah, you got this.
Yeah, that's probably good.
Yeah.
Hey, that gave us combat points.
Heck yeah.
I lost kudos for that, though. You stick around outside of the skirmish at the gates, throwing rocks and yelling at any creatures who get too close. You're not sure if you make a difference, but the good news is at least you're not injured. When the dust clears, Rhett spots you hiding in the shadows and personally escorts you back to your quarters where your mom and dad penalize you for disobeying them. When things have calmed down, you overhear your parents talking. Not going to be the first to congratulate Rhett, but all of his defensive improvements were exactly what we needed, your mom grumbles. He's going to be insufferable at the next meeting. Your dad pats her hand. Credit where credit's due. Ulubel? He says, and he smiles despite her. She smiles despite herself. Could have been worse. Your mom nods, and they both sit in silence before your dad speaks again. Poor Hal. What a way to go? Oh no! Your parents startle. Hey, Pumpkinhead, your dad says. They're going to announce it in a few hours after everyone's had a chance to calm down. He didn't make it. Don't worry about that, your mom replies, shooting your dad a look to keep him from talking. It's just adult stuff, okay? You guys won't be able to get into the engine for a little bit, not until it's decontaminated. No! People just keep dropping!
Man, I mean, in the engineering wing, there wasn't really anything you could have done about it, so...
Yeah, it didn't give me any options to help out there. You curl up quietly to think. Professor Hal can't just die. He can't just be gone. He's your teacher, and the engineering wing is where you take classes. Can't imagine something bad happening in such a safe place. Fall asleep thinking for sure there's been some mistake. Damn!
It's just how dangerous this thing is.
Heroic, you're still pumped from the last attack. So we can do strength stuff. Which to me means we're going outside! I think we're kind of limited on how much we can do outside, but I want to confirm. Because I think the further away we get, the harder the challenges are going to get. Wait.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
How high did my animal need to be? Was it only 20? To help the...
20, so I think you're good.
Yay, let's go help the sheep. Well, that was an interesting sound effect. Yes, I'm this determined to go help a dang sheep. Oh no, it does reset them. Dang it, I didn't help the sheep! I wanted to help them!
You've got so much new stuff you can do now.
The muck hides interesting bugs and other treasure. For those willing to put their hands down in the right holes. Are you? Oh god, sure.
Do it.
Looks dark. Look closer. You've stuck your hands down in enough holes to know. This one's probably safe. You can't hear any rustling around in there. Put your hand in there! It's really warning me. It is severely warning me.
Do it.
No, I think it's trying to give me a chance to back out, honestly.
No. Fortune favors the bold.
Are you sure?
I don't know. You won't find out unless you do it.
Oh, cool. Sweet, literally.
See?
The hole is full of sugar bugs. These palm-sized balls of squish exude a sweet syrup when you tickle them. You fill a bottle with it and then let them go again. Should be worth a few kudos to Auntie Sedent in the kitchens. And she's not gonna ask where we got it.
Yes, she knows better.
Here's another one of these little critters. Walk through their territory. It's an easy one.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you're gonna easily, like, blow through this.
You'll see the same event each year, minus a handful of unique. Gotcha. Nah. Wait.
Jesus.
We're fine.
Yeah, I have a feeling this challenge isn't gonna be that difficult for you, I just feel it. Now, how ridiculous can you make this go?
Is that high enough?
Yeah, I think that's good enough for your super goal.
No way! 3 stars!
Whoa! that was +4 to animals too. You'll love to see it.
Are you still over here? Oh, let me pick this up. They're not down here anymore, and that makes me so sad. Oh, this is this one. Oh, someone is peering over the edge of the mushroom cap above you. Can't quite see their eyes, but you see an impression of long dark hair and an enormous mocking grin. I wouldn't go that way if I were you, they warn playfully. They have a deep musical accent you don't recognize. Ranger, that's impossible. You're the only people around for thousands of light years. What the heck is he doing out here? You feel a chill go up your spine. Ignore him and move on quickly, I guess. No. You've met everybody in the stratospheric, and that must have been some kind of animal? One that looks like a person and sounds like a person. Maybe it's Dis playing tricks with his voice, or maybe you're seeing things. You round the bend and regret it immediately as something long and thin slaps against your face. Then another whack across your back as you spin to face your attacker. Whap, whap. 2 slaps to your shin, sending you reeling. Whatever's attacking, you can't see it. You fall to the ground and cover your head with your arms in defense. Nothing happens, just silence. When you look up, there's no attacker, but the plants all around you are flattened to the ground. They're long purple reeds with knobby bumps on their bases. As you watch the reeds slowly start to bend back upright, you poke one experimentally and it slaps back down to the ground, stinging your hand. Attacked by grass. How embarrassing. You decide to call it a slap grass. Well, that's funny.
You should have listened to them and found another way.
I just assumed that would end it and it would just stay there if I didn't do that.
Maybe.
There it is! Yay!
Yes, you can milk it.
It's hard to milk a float cow that's upside down. She struggles and kicks her legs as you try to flip her over long enough to get to the udders. But thanks to a combination of might and empathy, you manage to calm her down. She's still sick. Milk's supposed to collect in her lower udder, not her gas bladder. But at least she's balanced now, and she has a chance to get well on her own. Yay, we helped!
Yes, you saved the aminal.
Good. Oh, hey, Dis! Hang on, Dis. Let me get this log. I need to start probably giving stuff away. The second sun is beginning to set, and you're planning your route back to the gates when you spot Dis in the distance. He waves you over. Hi, Solana, he says gloomy. Oh, I said that way too chipper. He sighs. I wish we didn't have to go home. I wish we could stay out here forever. I'd miss my parents. What if, he begins, what if we didn't go home? Today, I mean. If we stayed out and camped overnight. He gestures in the pack on his back. I brought a tent just in case. And a parameter sensor. I found a spot right near the depot that looks safe. Dis, normally I'm all about this, but I think that would be dangerous based off of what we've seen.
Hey, you know what has happened every time we have left when someone's about to do something
I
stupid or die?
Hydrate. Okay. Fine, we'll camp out. Rebellion! I'm apparently being very rebellious. This sets up the tent while you place a perimeter posts around the edge of the clearing. If anything trips this invisible wall around your campsite, at least you know about it. Oh, we got bravery for this. Without even saying goodnight, Des crawls into the tent, takes off his jacket and stuffs it behind his head, then curls up in a ball facing the wall. He falls asleep almost immediately. You crawl in beside him and pull up a thermal blanket over yourself. You're exhausted from a long day of hiking in the jungle, so despite the excitement of being out in the wild at night, you quickly fall asleep as well. You both wake to a blaring alarm and bright lights filling the campsite. It's the parameter alert. Something must have triggered it. This sits up, bolts upright, and looks at you with wide eyes. Should you go out there to check? Yeah, I mean, that's apparently all we can do. Oh, it's an easy one.
Yeah.
Huh?
I was gonna say, I feel like if it's easy enough, you're gonna be fine.
First or last pane? I could do this.
Nice, and that's just the start. So long as you play every card that you can, that unplayed one will go to 4, won't it?
Yeah. Hang on, let me see. Yeah. Yeah. I can probably reorganize it a little bit.
Yeah, probably, because you could slide the yellow ones down. Yeah, like
I'm doing this in
like
literally the least effective way possible.
it's fine.
And didn't really even change the score. Alternatively, camp out! Camp out! We're very brave.
Quite.
You both look carefully open the door and peek out through a crack. Nothing. Whatever it was, the light and noise must have scared it off. Camping outside. The sun's almost up, and
Nice.
you're definitely not getting back to sleep after that, so the two of you eat soy rations and quietly watch the sun rise over the jungle together. When the surveyors open the gates and start prepping for the day, you pack up your gear and go home. You expect the worst, but nobody even noticed you were gone. You left the privacy curtain on your bed closed, and your parents must have come in late and left early, thinking you were asleep there the whole time. You're lucky, but it almost makes you feel sad. You're back!
Yeah. Flawless.
Perception's almost about to hit its next mark. I am extremely perceptive.
Yes, you're just like, I can
Wait.
see.
Weird dream. You've been having weird dreams as usual. They seem to get worse around glow. You wake from a dream that has tears drying on your face, though you can't remember why, just that you were terrified. Whatever it was, it felt real enough that for a moment that you just lie in bed with your eyes closed and try and calm your breathing. You blearily rub your eyes and... Surprise! Oh, it's your birthday. Your dad leaps onto your bed and gives you a big cuddle. Happy birthday, little tomato head. 12 years old. Wow, can you believe it? No, your mom answers for you, laughing as she hands you your presents. It was just yesterday. Antecedent was showing me how to change your diaper. Because it's your birthday, your parents have brought in food from the canteen so you can eat all together on your bed. As you stuff your face with savory tofu chunks, you open your present. Which one is your favorite? Aww. A photo phoner from your best friend. So we're gonna get a card basically related to that. Xenofauna sounds like an animal.
That or a plant.
It's
No,
an
that'd be
animal.
flora. So yeah, it would be an animal. Cool.
Yay! I taught the nanoprinter the pattern based off of pictures from expeditions, your dad says, watching you play with it. They called it a Spectroraptor. Yes, that's an amazing name. He continues. See, it looks like it's wearing glasses on top of its 5 eyes. They say it's because its lenses are outside of its eyeballs. Isn't that wild? Nothing like that on Earth. Aw, cute. As your dad clears away the wrapping paper and dishes from breakfast, your mom folds her hands on the table and gives you a serious look. Oh. So, she says, we've been here 2 years now. I know your dad and I have always said you're in charge of your schedule, but now we've been keeping an eye on you. Are you sure? I kinda stayed out all night last night. A loving eye.
They don't need to know that.
A loving eye, your dad interjects, stuffing wrapping paper into the recycler pinup bin. A trusting, gentle eye. You've been staying active, your mom continues. That's great. A healthy body is a healthy mind, and you'll need both in life. Your dad joins you again, so it's time to start thinking about how you're going to contribute to the colony when you're older. At the look on your face, he laughs. Don't worry, we're not going to make you get a job right now. We're just asking, what do you want to be when you grow up? You need more biology to tell them you want to be a farmer. I need more intelligence to be a teacher. A mom with like 10 kids. No. Captain of the sports ball team. Famous idol. Monster hunter. Governor of Vertumina. Monster hunter!
I mean, yeah.
Your mom laughs. You've been playing too many holo games, Solana, she says. Hunting monsters? I hope it doesn't come to that here. She rubs her leg under the table, where the prosthetic attaches to her bone. Just remember, being a hero isn't all it's cracked up to be. Well, your mom starts to get up. I'm sure your friends all want to wish you a happy birthday. She stops and snaps her fingers. Oh, you might not have considered a career as a depot clerk, but Al and Bernie mentioned their daughter Mars is working there. She needs some help. And she needs some help. Now that people can freely order luxuries, it's pretty busy there. You're beach shoveling dirt, your dad laughs. If you don't take that job, you tell Mars I'll be right there. Mom rolls her eyes and smiles. Game is so cute. I love it. And then it stabs me in the heart on occasion. This is sitting on the bed of one of the expedition vehicles, tinkering with a bit of tech. He tries to hide it when he sees you, but it's in so many pieces he only manages to shove some behind him before he gives up and glares at you mistrustfully. What do you want? Let me see what you have. Just squints at you. Promise you won't tell anyone, he says. Promise. They weren't using it. He starts, already sounding defensive as he turns the biggest piece of the device over in his hand. It was just sitting there in command, so when they weren't looking, I took it. And no one noticed. He seemed excited about this fact. I think it's part of a communication device, he says, thoughtfully, so I'm trying to figure out how it works. I want to talk to the aliens. Be careful, okay? Oh, if I had engineering, I could help this. Everything is important.
No.
Just be careful. This nods and fiddles with the device. Who cares, he says. People on Earth used to use stuff like this, thinking that it could pick up the voices of ghosts, it says. But it was probably just radio waves, so I figure if I'm looking for radio waves, aliens have to exist, he continues, quietly with great conviction. They have to. You can't have this much life on the planet without some of it being smart, like we are. He sighs. I just want to talk to them, he said. Maybe I'd fit in more with aliens than I do here. Oh, poor kid.
He'd probably be great friends with our weird stranger that we keep running into in the wilds.
Yeah, he'd be interested in them anyway. Like, just nods and looks outward into the mushroom forest. I know you're just trying to be nice, he says quietly. Even if you think we're really alone out here and you're just lying to make me feel better, it's still nice. Who are we gonna lose this year?
I mean, foreknowledge is like key for things like that because apparently you can prevent that first death if you know something. You can prevent that guy's death in the wild if you get down there in time to do something about it. I imagine it was probably going to be a some sort of challenge on how
Yeah.
you were going to distract it, which with your cards it probably would have been doable.
Yeah, I probably could
But
have. Well, the whole reason I was
yeah,
like, run away was because, or go get somebody, is one, because 11-year-old trying to deal with a manticore is probably not going to end well. Two, because we literally did a training session and they directly said, do not mess with a manticore. And I was like, oh, that's a warning. That's someone telling me I will die.
possibly.
But, you know, we're going to do defense training because I still have physical increases this month.
Yeah.
Teaches karate techniques to the class, kicks, punches, flips, and all the cool stuff. He's much more calm than Security Chief Rhett and takes time to connect with you instead of just relying on intimidation. You kind of wish he was the chief security instead. Maybe one day. Rhett can't be the boss forever, right? Tom organizes your first karate tournament. Well, he doesn't call it a tournament. It's more like an exhibition to show off how far everyone's come in the training. There's informal sparring matches and feats of strength, like high kick challenges and breaking boards. Despite Calm's best intentions, Anemone is absolutely taking this like a competition. She takes her place next to you at the board breaking station and gives you a challenging look, tossing her unruly hair over her shoulder. Is it on? Oh, it's on.
Gotta.
Anemone likes winning, but she loves competing even more. You both smash boards until your hands are red and sore, and you have great time egging each other on. Tom eventually puts a stop to your competition, declaring you the winner. Anemone cheers for you. Akira, how are you doing? Are you feeling okay? I don't know if I can make a good sequence out of this one since it locked this particular one here.
Yeah, that is an unfortunate space.
Oh, wait. Okay.
There we go.
Animals. Surely that's passing the threshold. How are you doing, Kira?
Maybe animals doesn't have a first
You don't need to
dot
play the eagle eyes to get
bonus.
the benefit? Okay, cool. I guess we are still not quite done with it. I guess it's probably at 40.
Maybe? Who knows?
You and Anemone are playing in the garrison yard with sticks, chasing each other around, pretending to be sword fighting. The adults training nearby are patient with you as long as you don't get near the target dummies, but sometimes you stray too close. Watch out, Anne! One of the security personnel calls out as Anemone bumps into her. You kids stay behind the fences, okay? It's Anemone, she retorts as you both retreat to a safe distance. She doesn't like being called Anne, apparently. The purple doesn't count towards earning. Oh yeah, I guess that's fair. Base skill of 33. Got it. I think it only added 5, so I'm at 31.
Ah, that'd do it. Okay.
Anemone throws her stick to the ground and pouts. Just because everyone else shortens their name doesn't mean I have to do it. I like being Anemone. But having a nickname is kind of cool and mysterious, like having a call sign, you know? What would you call me, Solana? What about Nim? Nim tilts her head. Huh, I've never heard that one before. She mimes swinging a sword a few times. Nim. I like it. Short and punchy, just like me. It's kind of like I'm a venturer from a story. Nim picks up her. Oh, goodness. Thank you. We have a shortened version of her name now. She's Nim. Nim picks up her discarded stick. Now, she says, brandishing it at you, prepare to be defeated by the mighty Nim. Oh, that's cool. You spend the next hour sparring with Nim in the yard. Does it actually update every line with her as Nim now? After you have that? That's cool.
Probably. It's like your flag that you trigger.
Okay, we still have strength buffs. Let's help shovel dirt. Your dad is reading a book, an actual book, dog-eared pages and everything, in the shade of the greenhouses. He blinks up at you when your shadow falls over the pages. Oh, hey, little gooseberry, he laughs. Do you need something? Help him with the animals. Oh, lassoing a float cow. We've got a ton of memories now. Your dad is working with the float cows. One of them is sick and isn't producing enough urine as a ballast. It keeps wanting to float away. Your dad is building a spike so he can tie her down until she feels better. You hold onto the leash and feel like a little kid with a balloon. A big, woolly, grassy balloon. It looks down at you with placid, unblinking eyes. See yourself refracted in them. Weird. Neat. Now we hit it. Upgrade pet cards via relaxing in the park. Oh.
Huh.
Pets.
You don't have any of those yet.
I don't. Oh, someone else is at the gate. Who are you? I actually haven't seen this person. Utopia.
That is probably
Utopia.
yeah, Utopia.
You step cautiously
They're
through the colony
the new
gates.
chief surveyor.
Chief Surveyor Utopia folds her arms and shakes her head. You know you weren't allowed outside, but make out through the drain pipe. Yeah, let's sneak. Well, we're almost at max stress. We wouldn't be able to do much outside of the drain pipe. How about we actually do something for our brain? Well, we still have the buff, so I kind of want to do something physical. And our combat's pretty close, too. Rhett was right. Something you have learned, you have to learn to, sometimes you have to just learn to run the hell away. I did do that earlier, but apparently I was punished for it. Well, Uncle Tonin was punished for it, but I did what you told me and it was wrong. To that end, you spend a lot of time working on first perceiving danger before it sees you, and then on conditioning your body so that you can run away. The best defense is not needing to defend yourself in the first place. You're wrong. You lied to me.
What?
Combat's really close now. But we're gonna have to relax
Nice.
this month because, upset.
Little stress.
Yep, just a little stressed. But we can sit on the wall. Most of the time you're alone up here except for the occasional passing guard. But sometimes you're joined by Dis. He barely looks up as you plop down and kick your feet through the railing over the edge. He looks like he's doodling on his holopad. You see all sorts of plants, mushrooms, little creatures with too many eyes or too many legs. He has a selection of plant samples at his side, like artist paintbrushes, laid out on a towel. He must be quite the junior botanist. I'm tripping over my words. He's not drawing plants right now, though. He's actually drawing a person, and not anyone you recognize from the colony. They have long, dark hair and pointed face, and they're covered from neck to toe in floaty black robes. They look neat. You wonder if they're Dis's original character or something, like a super cool goth self-insert. That's supposed to be you, but cooler. Dis smiles shyly, but doesn't look away from his drawing. Thanks, he mumbles. I'm not very good at drawing him yet. Is he drawing the person we ran into?
Probably.
I could get rid of the two. I have a lot of these cards now.
Yeah, honestly, you probably can start thinning the deck out.
I wish it would give me, like, the baby ones that I can get rid of. Your dad comes back from work one day and looks seriously under the weather. He's pale, with deep circles under his eyes, and he keeps sneezing. It's fine, he insists. Just all this pollen in the air. It's gunking up the old air tubes. Do you remember hay fever, Lulu? We always got it back on Earth, too. Your mom frowns and crosses her arm. We did, she agrees. So why isn't it bothering me? You're a lot tougher than me, Sweet Pea, your dad says, and your mom rolls her eyes. I'm sure I just have to get used to it like you did, he continues. Maybe I'll go for a stroll outside the gates later. Really get a good lungful of the stuff. I'll feel bad for a few weeks, but after that, I'll be fine. Mom raises both eyebrows. Outside the gates? You? Your dad shrugs, then falls into a fit of sneezing and can't answer. Your mom directs him to go lie down on their bed. You need rest, not a sheet? What? A shizmo? He scolds him. I don't have my... Achoo! Your dad sneezes. A macho bone in my body. Foo-foo. And I have to fertilize the corn and pixie beans this week. Uh-huh, your mom grunts. Your dad pulls a handkerchief from his pocket and sneezes into it a few times. Big yelling honk sneezes that echo through your whole quarters. He pulls it away from his face and you can tell that something's wrong. Oh no! Huh? Your dad says weakly, holding the handkerchief away from his face. It's bright fuchsia pink and glittering in the light. That's weird. His eyes roll back and oh no! Knees buckle and your mom yells for you to call instant.
Oh no!
Oh no!
He's got some very bad allergies.
Chief Engineer Instance takes your dad's vitals and gives him a cursory look over, but she seems satisfied with what she sees without having to do a thorough examinations. The explorers have started calling this the shimmer, she says, shining a light down your dad's throat. He looks into it. He's looking a little better, but not much. It's an airborne environmental toxin, likely in the pollen fog. This doesn't seem to cause long-term damage to the body, Instance explains. She gestures in the air, making notes on hollow eye that only she can see. I've been tracking its effects for 3 seasons now. The toxin is flushed out of the body after 3 to 5 days, and it's not contagious. She looks down at your father. What that means for you, uranium? Since you're particularly susceptible to the toxin, you should take better pains to avoid exposure. If you must go outside during pollen, use a respirator. Your dad smiles weakly. You got it, boss, he says. Your mom smiles and puts her hand in his. As your literal boss, I'm ordering you not to come into work for the rest of the week, she says. You're on strict bed rest. She leans in to touch her forehead to his. They stay like that, smiling. Even after 1 day of bed rest, your dad is looking a lot better. He's clearly anxious to get back out into the fields. You're gonna love this new crop, Solana. It's called a pixie bean. They glow in the dark. He's already pulling on his boots. The fields look so beautiful at night. I'm happy that we finally found something that would actually grow here that isn't soy. Soy and more soy. Shouldn't we be encouraging him not to go back to the fields right now? Pollen is bad for his health. Not Papa. God,
Yep.
it's thick.
Pollen bad for health.
Whoa. Your holopalm pulses with a message from Tang. Hello, Solana. If you're not occupied, could I ask you for assistance in the lab? Thank you in advance. Typical Tang, but her asking for help is something so rare you can't help but head over right away. You find her hunched over a spectrometer, making notes on a holoscreen. Oh, you're here, she says, blinking rapidly. She's looking like she's been awake for days. Wrinkled, a little shiny, and with the wild-eyed look of someone who needs a cup of bleep tea. Blep tea. Not bleep tea. Blep tea. Blep. How can I help? I'm researching the shimmer, the respiratory illness that some people are reporting during pollen, she says. I'm loath to admit it, but I need your assistance. She takes 4 vials with swabs inside and pulls them into your hands. I need recent saliva samples from both you and your father, she says. There must be a reason why he's so susceptible to the shimmer and you're not. You share half of your genetic code with him. There must be some marker that we can compare between the 2 samples. Then, she continues, pulling another vial of rack test tubes, administer this to yourselves. Wait 3 days and take the samples again. The test should be able to determine if anything in your body chemistry has changed. Dang. Dang looks at you very seriously, cutting through her bleary expression. There's something going on here, she whispers, something really, really big. I've begun to realize this is about more than just curing a disease. She squeezes your hand so hard it almost hurts. Unlocking the secrets of the shimmer, who it affects and why, could lead to a greater understanding of all life on Vertumina. And the knowledge is more than power, Solana, it's control. Okay, a little unhinged. She blinks again. I'm perfectly fine, she says. This is the face of a complete concentration and focus. I'm in the zone, Solana. Alright. Mercury? Thank you, Tang says. I've been researching so hard I think my eyes are going to fall out of my head. And for what? Well, for the end of a debilitating disease is pretty good reason, but Tang just shakes her head at herself before you can answer. We're at a disadvantage here, she mutters. We're fighting blind. We need to understand this planet if we're going to get it under control. Alright, Tang.
I mean, admirable dedication to trying to figure out the disease and everything, but also, girl, you gotta sleep sometime.
You have to get some sleep. I guess I'll go talk to Dad. Oh, is that just a thing? I guess it's just a thing. About your dad looking longingly towards the forest. You ever think about what's out there? He muses. There could be anything. We don't even know. He sighs and leans on his rake, and I'm stuck here pushing Dart around. Huh. Yes, Dad, I have thought about it. I've been out there. But we don't tell him that, now do we? Speaking of which. Ooh. Some farmland is spilled out the walls. Oh yeah, this one. Hey, I got biology. I don't know why that sound effect is what comes up. Keep exploring. So does Utopia guard this area? No? We can just go down this way now. You're minding your own business when... Low Valley has collected a lot. Oh yeah, I did this last time. Could just do that.
Yeah, right now with the cards you have and like everything else that you can have kind of thing, like unless the goal is some hard challenge and you end up drawing really poor cards because you haven't been able to get rid of your baby cards, you pretty much crush most of these with your current card set.
Same. Or perception!
Yeah. Oh, you hit the second thing for that. Cool.
Collectibles respawn faster. Interesting.
Cool.
Plants grow faster in pollen. They've choked the path here, and you can't see an obvious way through.
Oh, an easy perception challenge? Yeah, you're going to destroy this.
Poor Uncle Tonnen. That makes me so sad.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't know, though, so what can you do?
Do better. That's what I can do.
I mean, in the future, sure.
Well, I think we already had that one.
Yeah, getting lost in the fog, yeah. So you have two of it now.
You let your mind wander as you're walking and bumble straight into a field of gelatinous blobgrass, totally transparent. The sticky fronds are hard to see, but even harder to ignore. You especially once they start glomming on your boots and slowing you down. It's like trudging through thick mud. You stubbornly decide to keep going, paying close attention to those invisible signs of this blobgrass field. There aren't many, just an absence of other vegetation. Oh, the perception checks.
Like,
Baby.
this'll stop you. Yeah, you made a full straight. Oh wait, no, it got to 6.
There it is. You can hop along that rock, that fallen log, then climb over those old pieces of survey equipment. Get through the villainous blob grass. You spend a bunch of time on it though, and it takes some tricky balancing. It's tiring. But we're adventuring! Hey look, it's this guy again.
Oh,
You
yeah.
walk into a clearing and immediately stop in your tracks. There's a Unisaur here. You've seen them before, but they still fill you with a sense of awe. Jeez.
When it gives you that many high red ones, like, that's an instant win. Like, my gosh.
I have a lot of red cards.
You do indeed. It has been your focus, after all.
It has been my focus. Not on purpose, though.
It just happened that way. It's fine.
And then it makes a 6.
Nice.
Our perception's almost maxed out.
Yeah, nearly. Goodness. You are able to see so much.
As you settle in to watch it from strange mush trees, I think we did this one already.
Yeah, I think you did this one last time. You just watch it.
Stress is down. Means we can still run around and do stuff.
Plus, it gives you some more animal skills, which is nice.
Stream cuts through the path here. There must usually be a stepping stone across it, but the water's too high to cross safely. Bravely jump over it.
My god, a challenge that isn't perception-based? What
Yeah.
is this?
That's the thing, is even if it is bravery, you can still use your other cards.
Yeah.
It just won't get all the bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
My reds aren't as powerful.
Oh no, whatever will you do? Other
Still
than
pass
keep
the challenge.
winning.
You bravely fall in and get wet. I think we could still do 2 more, as long as it doesn't extra stress.
Mm-hmm.
You stop for lunch, eating an earth treat grown from your own greenhouse. A watermelon, nice and sweet, like a more solid potato pod. You munch away, spitting out the seeds. We got combat from seed spitting.
Of course. You gotta just spit them out real good.
What is this?
Ooh.
Oh, I see. Whoa, I thought I said keep exploring.
No, you hit go home.
Oh, my B. Oh well, we were close enough. I could
Yeah,
have gotten
like
one
you've
more
gotten
thing done,
nearly
but-
all the events outside, so. And they won't repopulate until a bit.
Still pollen season. Go see if Dad's doing okay. He's still here. You need a break soon. That's true, but I could also just do something.
That you can.
Goodness. Let's actually work on like our speech or something like that. Or our brain. One of the two.
Brain activity.
Brain
You tried to
activity.
read for your brain activities. We didn't find anything.
I guess I could do combat, because that'll get me through the threshold for combat.
Oh, that's true. And then you'll get whatever perk that is.
And then
But
we'll work
then-
on other stats. Because
Yeah.
I've kind of, been maxed.
Yeah, it does seem like each one does have a very interesting and useful thing for each
Yep,
of them.
it changed
Because
it to
like
Nim. Nim can make a
perception being
Nim can make a competition out of anything. Fastest lap, heaviest lift, most boards broken, highest kick. Most of the time she wins too. She's a fierce competitor. What were you saying?
it's very nice that like bravery gave you the +1 to draw, because that's like super friggin' useful. So if there are other ones that do that, then that will be really good. I think you got it.
What? Nah. There we go. That's the threshold for combat. And we're tired.
Well, you can just chill.
New cards in the depot.
Oh, you can buy weapons.
Oh, can we? Uh-oh.
That's what that is.
Ooh.
Shop weapons. So if you go to the depot to exchange kudos, you can probably buy like not a gun per se, but whatever.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, it is a gun.
That's so wild, but it takes so many kudos.
Yeah, you have to actually contribute to get stuff like that. But
You
man,
have to
it's good.
contribute. Like, you actually have to contribute to do that.
Yeah, you have to do stuff that benefits the colony instead of just wandering out into the wilderness.
He plopped down beside Dis, who's listening to music on his ear speak, and ignoring everyone else in the lounge with dogged determination. When it becomes obvious that you're not just going to leave him alone, he turns off his music with a huff. What do you want? He asks. You ask him what he's listening to, and he replies, it's just some old Earth music. You probably won't like it. All you have is Earth music, unless you want to listen to space shanties the adults made up in the last 20 years, so you don't know what he's talking about. You tell him to give you a little credit, and he rolls his eyes. But he lets you sync your speak to his. Grungy sounding rock music fills your skull. You spend a few hours passing music recommendations back and forth, lost in your own private soundscape. Get rid of the
He
baby
was
one!
absolutely listening to Linkin Park.
Oh, hey, it's the festival again. You gather with your family in the colony square. Everyone takes a seat as Governor Utico approaches the stage. She folds her hands and serenely addresses the crowd. What a pleasure to address you all today as your governor, she says, looking pleased as she ever does. In under 3 years, we've built a colony which we can truly be truly proud. Oh my god. While we've suffered hardships and losses, we remain standing as always, looking toward the future as we are building together. Let us use this midsummer festival as a time to reflect on our many blessings, Utico continued. Fresh water, good food, healthy children, strong community. Utico bows her head, but first, let us remember Professor Halitosis, who guided our children and kept engines running for so many years. Chief Engineer Instance will be filling in, with help from our ship's AI congruence, until someone can take up the mantle that rested so easily on Hal's broad shoulders. That is really sad. We also recognize the passing of our dear friend, Chief Surveyor Melatonin. Is that, Uncle Tonin? Yeah. Tonin.
Yeah.
Melatonin. Known for his gentle nature and his curious spirit, Tonin joins his daughter, Aspartame, and his partner, Lavendula, in the world of our memories. In his place, we welcome our youngest council member ever, Utopia, representing expeditions. Utico invites the rest of the council to stand and be recognized among the crowd, including your mom, who huffs in annoyance. Is there only 5 on the council?
Maybe, because I think it's just one for each one. Because you got the greenhouse, you got the one for the science area, you got one for the expeditions, you got
That would be 6.
combat. Wait, yeah, no, you're right.
Because expedition is its own thing. Huh. The ladies! I actually don't know who we're missing. When the applause
Um,
dies down and the council sits, Utopia remains standing. Actually, onto Utico. Y'all mind if I make a quick announcement? Utico nods and Utopia clears her throat. I just wanted to say thanks to y'all who are trusting me with this job, she says, her clear voice ringing out over a crowd. A cheer rises from the expeditions and she motions for them to quiet down. Uncle Tannen's left some big shoes to fill, and well, I'm gonna give it my best. Fixing to get to the bottom of what we're calling the shimmer, the sniffles folks have been getting during the pollen. Utopia continues. Until we do, please keep on wearing your masks when the pollen is thick and let the doc know if you're under the weather. She bends down to hug the governor if she leaves the stage. Thank you, Utopia, Utico. And thank you to the rest of the council for their service. Live music starts playing, and Utico smiles. And now it's time for games and feasting. The crowd disperses towards the feasting table, clearing the area of chairs so children's competitions can be held. Which will you do this year? Apparently, we can still only do the bot triathlon because we just have courage.
Yep, you do not have the stats for the other one.
And now we have more loyalty. Tom keeps adding complexity to his bot wrestling game. Last year was the hollow obstacle course, and this year there's an accuracy challenge. Think 3 baskets and you can move to the next stage, Com says, unveiling something with a flourish, and a vacuum-bot with a basket tied to its head. It chirps as it stomps back and forth, and the crowd cheers. We're gonna be best friends with Nim and Cal. You're competing against Nim and Cal. You notice they're not racing around together. Cal is playing with the vacuum-bot, and Nim's standing next to her brother. You're up first. Okay, we're gonna start working on our mental stats after this. I know I have focused on the red way too much.
There's no such thing. Ooh, 48. Now, see, that would actually be somewhat, difficult if not for the fact that you can, yeah, do that. Yeah, that and you have so many consumables and you have not needed to use them.
Oh no, that's specifically strength cards. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
That one doesn't do anything for me right now. This might actually be a toughie.
Yeah, it ended up giving you some of your weaker cards.
I do have cards I can use.
Yeah, just in case. Well, you literally just got 18 points from a 4
I know.
piece one hand. You're fine.
No skill challenges. You thought the accuracy portion would be harder. Those vacuum-bots can be fast when they're on a mission. This one seems to get bored waiting for you to complete the obstacle course, so by the time you line up to take your shots with the sports ball, it stopped running around and is taken to carefully vacuuming the dirt under its feet. We got another one of these. You easily sink your baskets and
Yeah.
move on to the wrestling competition and win by a huge margin. Nim pouts and stomps over to Calm, yelling that it wasn't fair that you got it so easily. He refuses to speak to you until Calm sits you both down and makes you shake hands, pointing out that Nim also got hit by 5 hollow obstacles and couldn't have won anyway. Nim begrudgingly accepts your win. After the festivities, you take time off for a much needed, very relaxing break. Your dad sets up a slip and slide through the colony square, and everyone takes turns sliding on their stomachs and spraying water on it at each other. It's a lot of fun. You can feel your worries floating away in the hot dust sun. Well, I guess for the next few months we're going to be doing I hate to waste a buff.
I mean, you need more of your yellow stats anyway, so empathy, persuasion, creativity.
We will eventually do brain things.
Eventually.
I think this is brain. Yeah. And a
Yeah,
little bit
it's
of
blue. That checks out.
perception, but perception's literally the stat I don't need.
Yeah, perception is like the one you're fine with.
Study humanities. You're running late for humanities class. When you arrive, everyone's gathering in the beanbags around the rooms being a big holoprojector. Chip's computer congruence is displaying on it. She's giving today's lessons, reading an old book of Earth poetry. You sit down next to Tang and nudge her and motion. What's up with this? Tang frowns at you. Where have you been? She whispers. Ever since Professor Hal died, congruence has been teaching this class. She then frowns at everything in general. They said everyone else who might be qualified is too busy, and no, they didn't ask me. You try to keep your voice down, but congruence literally has her ears everywhere. I miss Professor Hal as well, she says, her monitor swinging over to you. He was a very special human. Wait, you ask out loud, congruence can like people? Of course I can like people, she replies. There's humor in her, not a voice. I carried you inside of me for 20 years after all. How could I not get attached?
Oh man, I don't know if you're gonna be able to do this. It's not a red challenge.
I know,
Ugh.
right? Whatever shall I do? Oh man, it still let me use my red cards.
I don't know, man. It's so tough.
I don't think there's
Nice.
another place where I can actually do... Oh no, sports ball does.
Yeah, sports ball gives you some
Bravery, which is also the
bravery.
one I'm kind of ahead in.
Yeah, bravery you're ahead in. I'm trying to think of if there's anything else, because like that one gives creativity, but I wonder where you get like empathy or persuasion.
It gives persuasion too.
Oh, well, I have no idea where you get empathy then.
It might be something that hasn't unlocked yet, just because.
That or it's something that you have to like get a high enough stat with someone or something to do, kind of like how you had to have a high enough bravery to even go
You
outside.
can tell your mom what you learned today if your organizing is high enough.
That's pretty funny.
Help your dad with the animals.
Oh, it gets you a card apparently.
Oh yeah, we can dare him to go to the restricted area, but not right now.
Yeah, just dare
Biology.
Dis to do something rebellious to get in trouble, because you'll probably end up following him anyway.
Hey Solana, Mars says, breezing past you. Sorry, I can't talk now. I'm on my way to work in command. She stops when you don't sound amazed enough. You know, the supply depot? She clarified. The most important job in the whole colony? Anything that gets made here goes through me first. Mars' smug smile gets somehow even more smug. Plus, I get the first pick on all the best stuff. Wow, Mars, that's amazing. You lay it on real thick how Mars is just so cool, how everything she does is totally great, and how she's obviously the most important person in the colony. You're gonna start a Mars fan club in her honor. She laughs. Nice try, Solana, but thanks for the compliments. Then she just leaves without even offering to help get you a job. Drat! Sucking up to Mars didn't work. What's next? Having to actually ask for what you want? Ugh. Maybe you could just ask again later.
Yeah, I guess if you have a high enough stat of one of those two that were blocked out, you could potentially get a different job unlocked here, but it
Yeah.
requires higher stats in things you did not have.
Yeah, I didn't even check, and I should have. You're bringing supplies to medbay when you see something unusual. Tangent curled up on a bench, her head pillowed on a rolled up lab coat. She's fast asleep. You stop and stare. You never see Tang sleeping. She's always so busy. You're surprised to see she even has time to nap. You turn to leave her in peace when you bump into Nem. Whoa, Nem says. She hardly ever sleeps. like just a couple of hours a night. Is she sick or something? You look back at Tangent, snoozing peacefully. I'm so jealous of her genetic enhancement, Nim says, rubbing at one of the scales sprouting on her jawline. She hardly needs to sleep at all. She probably stayed up all night studying for this month's history test. Sleep. Uh-oh. Tang's hollow palm beeps a soft alarm. She sits up and stretches. Looking totally refreshed and alert, she sees you watching her and looks annoyed. The power nap, she says. No reason to gawk.
She literally has augmentations for sleep. That's for weak people.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Lots of creativity. Look, we're getting there. I'm making some progress.
Yeah, like creativity is like halfway to the next little bump. And your persuasion's getting up there too. Plus, you're even making friends with Tangent.
Blue bopper fruit. I guess it doesn't really hurt to go ahead and do these activities. I don't think they actually use up time. There to go into restricted area. Value is wild. Putting on your scary face. You dare Dis to explore the creepiest, darkest part of engineering, deep down where even Chief Engineer Instance never goes. Under the recycling room where they say there are ghosts. You set the mood, then sneak around behind him, put your hollow palm flashlight under your face, and shout, "Boo!" That's funny. He rolls his eyes. Solana, think about it. If there were ghosts on this spaceship, one of them would have been my mom. Would be my mom. Oh, yeah. You guess you would scare a normal person, but this still isn't scared of anything. That's funny.
He doesn't afraid of anything.
He doesn't afraid of anything. Okay, so we need biology for Cal. Mars, what were yours? Persuasion to get her to tell you about her day.
And you're working on that, so that's, you know, getting there.
You can ask her if you can work there by getting her friendship to 10. Or we can... Rebellion needs to be less than 20 to just go get a job. Oh, whoops. I just clicked something. Sorry, Mars! I didn't even notice what I clicked. I'm so used to it just being like, leave. But apparently I hurt her feelings. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
That's because you ignored her.
Oh, did I?
Goodness.
Oh, whoopsie.
I can't believe you did that to her. Oh my gosh.
Practicing handwriting. Practicing our writing today. Huh. Mars laughs. Looks like we finally found something Tang isn't good at. Look, she keeps mixing up her lowercase a's and e's. Tang is used to using a stylus with her hollow palm, but she's never actually drawn the letters. She fumbles like a child, bashing her fist against the hollow palm for the first time. Painful to watch. You can tell she's getting more frustrated with each letter. Mars, on the other hand, has lovely penmanship. She can even write in cursive. My papa taught me when I was little, she says, showing off her paper. Cultured people know how to write for real. Is that handwriting or a seismograph? I'll help you, Tangent. Oh, she didn't want the help. Alright, fine, be like that.
I mean, she is... Yeah.
Yeah. I don't need your help, Tang sneers. She hates being bad at something, but being patronized is even worse. That wasn't patronizing! We were just trying to be nice! Let me do it myself, she grumbles, balling up her 5th piece of paper and tossing it on the floor. Mars laughs, but after a few minutes of tense silence, she looks over at Tang's work. You're pressing too hard, Mars tells her softly. Loosen your grip. It's different from typing in the air with a stylus. Try moving with your shoulder instead of your wrist and fingers. Tang takes a deep breath and tries again, slow and deliberate. Mars nods and slides closer, putting her hand over Tang's and guiding her pencil on the paper. There, see? You're getting it, she murmurs. Tang's cheeks go pink. After a minute, Tang eases her tension and her writing starts to flow more naturally. Thanks, she stammers, pushing her chair away from Mars. Why was it okay for Mars to help her? What the hell,
Because,
Tang?
I don't know. Tag's just got mood whiplash, and Mars is also there. I don't know.
The value is random. Wildcard value matches all pairs or straights.
Oh, okay.
What?
So, hold on. I'm trying to count. It counts as... I don't know.
You done?
You got the super goal, so let's not think too hard about it.
Alright. Sounds good. We're getting pretty close on creativity. We haven't found that one thing that makes, like, leveling them up easier like we did for the, bottom stats. Which was just go outside. Go touch grass.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Like, that one mostly just power leveled your perception, really.
Well, I mean, I got a whole bunch of stuff up that way. Not combat.
True. Yeah, it did give you a lot of stats.
Okay. So I'm assuming if you get them high enough, we get something similar to where you can raise it, or maybe I'm just doing stuff. Let's see what this is going on. Our next thing is 80 bravery.
Good God.
Let's see if I have something Mars will like. I have a lot of items, so. I need to be her friend.
Well, you're trying.
I mean, she'd probably like the crystal cluster, right? It's shiny.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
I
More
don't have
so than
anything that's
the rest of the stuff you have.
I don't have anything that's like sweet. Otherwise, I'd just give her that.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
there's
can
the
buy
bumper
like a
fruit.
cake from the depot, but I think that's
true.
about it.
I think it's expensive too, and I don't have enough kudos.
Mm-hmm. Like, the crystal is the thing I would say is a maybe.
Yeah, the cake is 50.
Yeah, and you only got 42 right now. Plus, that's a lot just to get a gift for someone.
She might really like that cake, though.
That is true. She might.
So should I keep training creativity and persuasion, or should I do a little bit of biology?
I'd say that's up to you, because your creativity is getting close to the first little bump.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you needed persuasion 20 for something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh. You should have known better, Tangent, as you hear as you walk past the laboratory. Curious, you listen at the door. Chief Engineer Instance sighs. I know you meant well, but your presumption that has cost us 3 months of work. You can't simply look at an experiment and change the parameters to your liking. Getting results is not the same as doing good science. Your findings, however scientifically interesting, are useless to us without sound methodological underpinnings. Tang's response is more subdued than you ever heard her before. I'm sorry, Chief Engineer. She mumbles, looking down at the floor. I recognize the error of my ways. I should hope so, Instance replies, pinching the bridge of her nose and fingers. I expect you to be in the lab first thing tomorrow morning, and I will personally supervise your work in resetting the experiment. You flatten against the wall as Instance breezes past you, barely giving you a second to look as she strides down the hallway. You poke your head inside the laboratory where Tang scowls and wipes her eyes. What do you want? I don't
I mean, you
think
can't
there's
do
gonna
the
be...
I mean, showing interest is probably your best bet because you're not pandering at least.
Fang sighs and rubs her eyes harder. Something I've been working on with Chief Engineer Instance, she replies. I'm not supposed to talk about it, and I don't want to talk about it. Losing the data was my fault, Tang continues. I want to prove that I'm not the little kid from my biology class, and I'm ready to work hard and really make great discoveries. Dr. Instance has always been there for me, when I was a kid and now with my mother gone. She's the only adult in this colony who sees what I could become. As she believes I can be better than what I am. It's always been that way. I just really want to impress her. You will. Mm-hmm. Tang hums in agreement. Certainly hope so.
Yeah, just getting that score, up there.
Midwit. Creativities are really close.
Yep, it's getting there.
Oh,
Persuasion's not too far behind it.
you're doing a creative writing in teams, and you're paired with Mars. You wish it was Tang. She always does so well on these. The theme is Earth's natural environment. Mars takes the topic at face value and wants to write about how beautiful everything was on Earth, with blue skies and green plants everywhere. A huge ocean that went forever. Always looks gorgeous in the carefully staged movies you've seen on holovids. Run with March's idea. Writing an essay. That like Mars when she's older? Interesting.
Maybe.
Takes the creative part of creative writing literally, describing the Earth's lush forests and verdant plains and deep jewel-like oceans with reverence and bordering on the obscene. She's pretty passionate about it, so you let her do most of the work. Mars insists she gets to present it to the class. This, too, is a good idea. Mars is a born presenter. You aren't sure what it's totally based on facts, but it is received well by both your classmates and your teacher. You get a handful of kudos for doing well. But Mars did most of the work.
Hey man, you were there to help kind of proofread the paper and
You're right.
exist.
Creativity's
I mean,
close.
someone.
What's that?
Very much so. I was gonna say, clearly, you just needed someone to be, Mars's hype man, because,
The glow again. The ominous music is back.
glowy.
Seems like I can only get these crystals during the glow.
Makes sense.
We're probably going to get an event shortly, because everyone typically stays inside. Want to train together? Oh. Thing? On your way to the sports ball pitch, Nim shares a story about the time her brother Com once spiked the ball so hard that he broke Utopia's nose back when she used to play sports ball too. She describes it in gory detail. But don't go easy on me, she exclaims. That's why we have medbeds, right? Plus I might get a cool scar. She thumbs a blue scale scar on her jaw, right under her ear. Hey, Mom. How's it going, Mom? I still can't tell you about what I've learned today. Sorry. I'll become Brain one day.
Your brain is no, blue stats are illegal.
Blue stats are illegal? Mars loves to talk about how much better it was on Earth than it is in the colony. How could she know? Everything you know about Earth you learned from the Holo Archive. It's not like she's ever been there.
Yeah, short activity one. This might push you over the creativity bump too, so that'll be nice.
Yep. Okay. 2 data points form a line, but 3 is a pattern. The colony has been on high alert all glow, hoping that the creatures from beyond the wall don't return for a 3rd year in a row. Surveyors keep reporting that they're seeing unusual animal activity. Even the plants seem different. They say the new tracks that must have been left by creatures larger and heavier than you've ever seen before. You and the other colonists drill evacuation plans. You're in class when the sirens start to ring. The other kids fall into alert hush. This is one of the assembly points, so you should be safe here. But it wasn't safe here last year for Professor Howell. What if another creature gets in? For Grants, the new teacher is just a face on a computer screen. She can't protect anyone. And Grants flickers cheerfully. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, that's what you're here for.
Please stay calm, children, she says. The defense squad is already en route to the creatures. This should be all over soon. Been told this before. As the sirens continue, you're faced with another choice. I mean, we know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
You stand up and leave. Tang and Mars stare at you like you have 3 heads. Congrance doesn't try to stop you. Not that she could. She doesn't even have hands. Okay, I apparently got the heroic status for doing something. You slow to a
For
walk as you
being brave.
near the outer doors of engineering. Something doesn't feel right. You stop and listen to the dim emergency light and hear a metallic popping of something overhead. Ventilation ducts? Your blood goes cold. Monsters, they're here. You follow the sound to a workshop and force yourself to look through the slots of the vent. You gasp. 2 glistening, bug-like eyes peer down at you. No. 4? 6? They blink in syncopated pairs when you hear it over the sirens, a soft pinging noise, halfway between the chirping and purr. The creature skitters, spider-like, from one side of the vent to the other. A small flurry of tentacles slithers through the slats, searching for the vent's release. When it can't find one, it bangs its body on the inside of the vent, denting the metal. Tame it! I'm sorry, there's an option to tame it now?
I mean, there was a thing where you could use pets and upgrade them in the park, so obviously you want a new spider-like furry creature, right?
Normally, no, but in this case, it's gonna be my first pet.
You know, fair enough.
41.
Do you have to get that all in one?
No, it's round 1 of 3.
Okay, no, it's a 3-step challenge. Yeah, you got this. Easy.
I'm trying to decide if I... Hang on. We're gonna do this. Baby. I mean, it has the same result if I include it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do one more. I'll take that. Probably wasn't necessary. I'm just... I guess I need to get rid of this one because most of my cards are higher than that now.
Yeah, like a lot of your 0s and 1s definitely just need to get thinned out of the deck.
That, but there's also way
Oh man,
better
your
way.
scary face.
This one?
I mean, the wild card is interesting, but it requires some setup, apparently.
Apparently that's 20. I don't know how. For 4 of a kind?
Well, it matches the value of... Wait, what did it say?
Matches as all pairs or straights. It's only being 3. That's literally all it's doing.
Okay. So, because it's part of that value, it's being a 3, but it also counts as a wild card that keeps your, like, 3 of a kind thing going. Which is why you got, like, 6 from that. Okay. So it can be ridiculous, it just requires some setup.
Oh, wait. It doesn't really matter what I do at that point. I'm just trying to max it out as
Yeah.
much as possible. Victorious. And more points in animals.
Yeah. Plus, you might have a pet now.
Oh my god, it's so cute!
How did they describe this as going spider-like?
I don't know, but he's so cute! I don't even know
Well,
if
it's
OBS
yours
picked
now.
that up. I got really high pitched. I don't know if it even picked that up. Look how cute! It's got such big eyes! Ah! It got a little mushroom on its head! You win it over by reading its body language and slowly building trust. It seems to want to join you, and you think, hope, you'll be allowed to keep it. I want it! I want to keep it. It's mine! You look the species up on your hollow palm and learn that it's, Ricky? Named for the trills they make, which yours is making now, cuddling against your leg, are neither male or female, though they do require a mate to reproduce, so it's a they then. You decide to name them. Ooh, what do we want to name it? That's boring. That's just its name. I like Riki Tiki. Bright eyes. Squidly Peterson? Nah. Oh, you can just type it in!
Oh, so you can name it whatever you want.
Oh my god, what do I name you?
I don't know.
I love it. I kind of
It's
want to
like
name...
a spider, but it's way cuter.
I kind of want to name it Squishy.
I mean, name it Squishy.
Squishy. I like Squishy. Okay, Squishy it is. They blink every one of their beady black eyes up at you, none of them in unison. They seem to have no problem with this name. Good. It is Squishy. It isn't long before the sirens turn off, ringing three short pulses as the all-clear message flashes on your hollow palm. You and the other children follow out of engineering, and you head back to your quarters. Your parents will want to know that you're safe. You manage to smuggle your new pet Vricky under your jacket. Oh, it's tiny then. And hide it under your bed before they arrive. Your dad gives you a big hug, but your mom slumps into a seat at your small table. It's like they're going specifically for geoponics this time, she mutters, but your dad pets your hair and shushes her. I'm sure it was just bad luck, Bluebell says, but your mom shakes her head and folds her hands in front of her mouth, staring at the porthole window at the fields. Well, I mean... He's just there! New cars in the depot. We have clothes. Okay. But that little guy!
Right, because you got,
Does it...
Yeah.
This is the best day ever!
You can shove it. Oh, it follows you. Okay. I'm a few seconds behind, so I just thought you were shoving it for a moment, but it's just sliding around after you. That's great.
I got an achievement when I clicked on it for petting it.
Duh. That's the most important one.
I'm a happy person.
You don't say.
You find Dis sitting at the mouth of one of the wall's drainage sewers. Wet season, excess rainwater is diverted out here so it doesn't flood inside the walls. In the meantime, it looks like Dis has set up a little base here, with pillows and a stash of snacks. His alien communication device hisses with static. He looks up from his holoscreen as you pop your head inside the drain. Hi, Solana, he says quietly before going back to the game he's playing. What are you playing? You haven't heard of it, he says without looking up. I made it myself. You squeeze into the narrow drainage and sit down next to Dis. On his hollow pad is a picture of Mars, and you watch him drag a match from the sidebar and drop it on her face. Little animated flames wiggle over the picture, leaving parts of it looking charred. It's pretty crude, but you think you get the point.
I don't think he likes Mars.
Where did you learn how to do that? Pretty simple, Dis says. The light from his hollow screen reflects in his eyes, and he looks at you in the gloom. People on Earth used to make this kind of stuff all the time, and have a lot of time to learn new things. What happened with Mars? Dis shrugs. Same thing that always happens, he says. He resets the game, then drags a bomb from the sidebar into the picture of Mars. It explodes and the picture disintegrates. She booked my name down for every appointment with the nano printer because she thinks my clothes are always torn up and dirty all the time, he continues, so I got in trouble for wasting resources. I tried to tell them it was her, but Mars never gets in trouble. Everyone likes her, he mumbles, but it's fine. I don't need anyone to like me. I don't care if they hate me. I hate them. Oh. This goes back to playing his game, content to not talk to you. That's really unhinged. You need help. I would like to tell him to just talk to her, but I don't think that's going to go over well.
Probably not, so, might as well live a little.
Sure, Dis replies. He links his hollow palm to yours, and you feel the haptics pulse as the game files transfer. You open the game and are presented with an option. Whose picture do you choose? I wouldn't pick an M&A. Or my mom. My mom's just concerned. I don't really want to be mean to anyone.
Yeah, well, in this instance, I think Mars is the correct answer.
You think?
Well, with who you're with at the moment.
Yeah, it's true. You drag a knife from the tool. Oh, goodness. You probably shouldn't think about that too hard. You spend a few hours letting off steam with Dis, loading pictures of your classmates and commiserating about life in the colony. After a while, he even starts to smile a bit. I don't really want to hurt anyone, Dis confides in you. Sometimes it feels like I have so many angry thoughts inside my head that there's no room for anything else. He turns off his hollow palm and looks down at his hands. Even if it makes me feel kind of gross after, it's better than feeling numb. Aw. We'll need a break soon. Hey Mom, Dad, look at my cute pet! You catch Cal at the
Where
gate.
did you get that thing?
You catch Cal at the gate to the gardens. He's carrying a big bucket of rocks. Hi Solana, he exclaims. He pauses to pat your pet on the head. And hello to you too, Squishy. Yeah, of course we told him about Squishy. Oh, I'm supposed to tell you there's a new park.
Right.
What's up?
I was gonna say, dang right, you told him about the pet.
There's a new park near Geoponics now. We can run around all we want. Nobody will say we're trampling the fields. You should also come play there sometimes. And bring Squishy. They'll love it. Yes! Yes! Playing with Squishy! Yep, we can just hang out with Squishy in the park. Love it. Fantastic. Best
You'll love
game
to see
ever. So does Mom and Dad know about Squishy?
It'd be hard for them not to, really.
It's so cute. I can't get over it. Sam is munching on a container of cut up piece of dust melon. My mom is kind of bossy, but she sure makes great lunch. She's like, da-da-da. Okay. We have a boost to strength again. Because we keep doing very crazy things.
Every time.
Unfortunately, I think I need to stop, but, a save? Do a new save? It's Squishy. We have a cute little pet!
The best kind of pet.
I just noticed it makes a sound.
It does? Oh my god, that's awesome.
It goes meep.
It's just so cute.
Oh. Okay, okay, I'm good. Okay, okay. Let's swap to this. Anyway, yeah, let's find a raid. I got really distracted by the little animal. He's so cute. Oh, Odie's streaming right now. He's playing some Nautica. Let's raid Odie.
Yeah,
Audie.
yeah.
Audie. Sorry. I keep wanting to say Odie, but it's Audie. Let's go.